And one of the reasons that this dish is called the hunter chicken or chicken chasseur is it was originally like a forage dish. You went you went and hunted for your fowl, whatever it was, and it was mushrooms and
then you had to grab what you had. That's right.
So it's always the simplest in peasant cooking is always still an homage to Mother Nature in the garden.
That's right. Oh, I like that. Say beautifully. We have our chicken that has been cut up. So what we do is I have a pan here, and usually it calls for butter, but I am lucky enough to have duck fat, so we're going to use some duck fat. It has a lot more flavor. And when you do a chicken like that, you start with the leg and skin side down first. So you put them gently in the pot and get the other legs here, because leg takes longer, so you usually start with them first. And what I have here is flour that has been seasoned with white pepper and salt. And since the pan was very nice and hot, I think it's going to work. I know it's going to work. Now, shallot is a nice vegetable, family of the onions. If you don't have shallots, you could use onion in that recipe. So you cut the bottom and then pull towards you the bottom and the top, and then scrape it off a little bit here. And here you have a nice shallot. And those you can find in the store. And one shallot goes a long way because it has so much finesse, and you can smell it. See? Mm-hmm. I love the smell of a beautiful peeled shallot.
So describe for our viewers the difference in like flavor you get from a shallot as to just a yellow or white onion.
It's just a little stronger, especially now that most onions are grown, you know, like the chicken somewhere else.
Right.
You know. So as I'm keeping an eye here, see, you can look the back and it's getting a color, but it's not enough yet.
And you're just wanting to brown and crisp that skin, correctly?
Yeah. See, but it's not enough yet. So now we are going to chop a shallot because we are going to need it. So you see, you take it from the bottom to the top, and you go like that with your knife, obviously. And then you go like that, and then here it is. I mean, everybody who wears their grain of salt in the kitchen knows how to do that. But people are always impressed by that.
And onions and shallots and stuff always have add a lot of like depth to flavor when you're cooking.
It's just, you know, beautiful. I just love the fresh. So we don't need that yet. Now, while this is happening, and you know, it's getting there, but not quite yet. So what I do for mushrooms is that I put water and a touch of vinegar in my water to cut the grime, and you'll see how they come out. So you see, you put them in. Now those are cremini mushrooms, and I also have some beautiful other mushrooms here. I like to wash my mushroom. Some people say, oh, don't wash the mushroom, but I don't believe that. So you see, you wash them and then you take them out. Here we are. And you see, by doing like that, you leave the dirt in the pot. Okay, I can smell the chicken is getting ready. You see how it is now? So now we turn it over. Meanwhile, we're going to cut our mushrooms. We're doing the legs first because they take longer. Voila, beautiful.
Here in Southern California, we don't really have a season to forage for mushrooms because most of where we live is a desert, but all different parts of the United States where you get a good amount of rainfall and weather, and there are lots of different foraging clubs that you can join. They'll teach you how to look for mushrooms and other native and indigenous plants that you can forage for.
The goal is to really sear the flavor inside of the chicken. Okay?
Keep it moist.
That's right. And
what is this that we have here, Michel?
It's an air fryer, but I use it as an oven
Right.
for that special situation.
So we're hybridizing this recipe a little bit.
Because what we want to do now is, start cooking the legs. Now I'm going to start with the bigger breast. Same technique here, just skin side first.
And we're doing an abundance today, but let's say if you had a family of 4, 1 chicken would be plenty and give you leftovers as well.
One chicken will, you could do all the breast and the leg in a pan, but then you will take the breast out first.
And this is a recipe too, like, you can always add other or more vegetables to it, depending on where you live and the time, as we talked about the season,
Yes.
you can do all sorts of things to easily tune it up to your specifications.
In the répertoire de la cuisine, I think there's like 100 different variation of a poulet sauté, because it's like always been a very easy. So here we go. So now I'm pulling the chicken out, and the breasts are not cooked yet, but they will. Now we are putting our shallot.
And what are we going for with sautéing these?
Well, you get.
Do we want them kind of translucent? Do we want them brown?
You excite the flavor.
Right.
You can tell and smell it. See, just.
And we have a little bit of wine in here. Not yet. Just the fat.
The fat of the chicken, and that's it for right
And fat
now.
is such a great thing because it allows all of the ingredients to kind of talk to each other.
That's right. I like that. When this is getting to the point where it's going to slightly brown, I'm going to put a little bit of flour in that. It's called singe. Like it spells like singer. Okay, so now we are going to watch out because this is going to be interesting. Flame with a little
Good
bit
thing I
of
didn't have my
brandy
wig on today.
and white wine. And we are going to do the mushroom here. And this time we're going to use butter. Now mushroom, you need to talk to a mushroom because they need to render their water. The best way that I know how, you start like that and you put the lid on. And very quickly the water is going to come out, then you take the lids off and then you reduce it. So you see, your mushroom, they have started to render their water. Not as much as normal because those are mushrooms that are already not so watery. They are not like the regular white mushroom. Strain that into... I'm straining the shallots and everything because, it's not necessary, but because we put the flour in it, I just want to make sure the flour has been...
There's no lumps.
No lumps in it. Here we are. Now we can bring that to a boil. And in the old days, they will have you put a little bit of butter like that in it and mix it in to make it even more voluptuous. And it's just, So you see, you just, before you send it out, you a little sprinkle of the chervil, or if you don't have it, parsley is nobody's going to die about it. And here you go, and then, just so it looks pretty in the dining room. And you bring it and voila.
Voila.
Okay, now we are going to do the faisan.